Hi guys, and thank you for coming back. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And welcome again to this week's episode where we are going to focus on another different consultant and a very special line of healthcare, a line that so many people really don't know and others know when they have gotten sick. And I'm glad to introduce to you a very special specialist in nutrition. Welcome, Robert. Welcome to this platform of Health Focus with Amy. And I want you to tell the viewers, who are you in matters profession and what do you do?
Thank you, Amy. My name is Robert. I'm a nutritionist, a clinical nutritionist. So I work in a hospital setup. So there are various kinds of nutritionists. There's community, there's clinical, but I work as a clinical nutritionist, meaning I work in a hospital.
What is the difference between clinical and community?
In clinical, you really deal with conditions. Yeah, you manage conditions that are in the hospital. Yeah, various people are admitted in the hospital having various ailments. So you are there working together with doctors. But now a community nutritionist work in the community. So maybe the NGOs, and mostly they deal with problems that affect the community, and mostly the malnutrition cases. These are majorly found in areas whereby there are a lot of malnutrition cases, for example, in northeastern, in Kibera, all where the community is really affected by malnutrition cases. Okay. Yeah.
Where did you grow up and where did you go to school?
I was born and raised in Rift Valley, specifically in Eldoret, but we had to vacate. My family had to relocate due to the ethnic clashes that happened in 1992. So I started my schooling in Central Province. That's where we relocated. So I went to Ade Primary School, and I managed to be admitted in a boarding secondary school. So then from the secondary school was in Rift Valley, so I went back to Rift Valley. Then after I did my Form 4, I managed to get good marks, which I believe they were good marks because I got an admission to one of the public universities in Kenya. Yes.
Which high school is this we are talking about?
I went to Anesta High School. It's in Nakuru. Yeah.
And you were admitted to which university?
I was admitted to Technical University of Kenya. Yeah, that's where my career started.
By the time you were getting an admission to university, did you know which career you want to pursue in, or how did it happen?
Not really, because when I went to secondary school, my parents, and mostly my father, would really tell me, I want you to do a science course. So he started preparing me. By the time I was choosing the courses, I chose the science courses. So I did not like anything to do with humanity. So that's where my career started. Chemistry, biology, I did all the sciences, but I didn't really have in mind what I wanted to do. So even after completing my 4th form, I didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do because nobody came to advise me on career. So to me, I was confused. Yeah.
Okay, viewers, as you can see, every single person in healthcare, at some point, they really found themselves in this situation. The main focus and the main reason why we are focusing and doing this career orientation or awareness of various professions is to bring up to scale the students, the parents, and every single person who wants to know what is this all about. When you hear this career, how do you get there? As you've heard, nutrition, you focus with the sciences. But by then you really didn't know whether you want to do sciences in engineering or sciences in anatomy or sciences in chemistry. Then now you've cleared Form 4. You got a good grade. You have an admission. You went to fill for the forms of the courses you want to take.
Sure.
Tell us about that.
So what happened after my 4th form, I went to teach to a place called Malal as an untrained teacher. That's where I made some few friends, and one of my friends influenced me to do nutrition. And the influence I got is that he had a cousin who had done the same course and was working with a very good firm. And he was getting a lot of money.
So go do it and get
So
money.
I said, now if this career is going to give me money, why don't I choose it?
Imagine.
That's where I started. But I didn't know what to expect in school. And I thought that nutrition is all about food. I'll go and read about food and food and food and nothing else.
But that's what I also thought. So what do you, okay, what is it about?
So when I went to school, I found things are different. So I found some courses which I never thought I would do, like microbiology, anatomy, physiology, yeah. So I wasn't prepared to do such units, but I had to do it. And also the worst part of it, I was shown how to cook, and I hated cooking. So because for you to be a nutritionist, I went to learn later. You have to know how food is being prepared, because sometimes you are with the client, you have to advise client how to cook different foods. So we went for food and beverage classes, which was very stressing to me. And I can tell you, I didn't get good marks in those units.
Why is that?
Because I was not prepared that this is what you are going to do. So to me, I was resisting. I was in denial that I'm going to cook.
Or you saw like you're going to be
Yes,
a chef.
yes.
Do nutritionists work in a hotel industry too?
Yeah, there are some particular hotels, the high-end hotels, which employ nutritionists. Yeah, because they have those high-end clients who have various conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, so they tend to prepare a menu for them.
Okay.
So yes, there are some nutritionists who work in hotel industry.
This is also new to me. I didn't know like nutritionists go to food and beverage class, like they get down to prepare meals.
Yes, it happened. But after inquiring, we were told that you have to get the skill. Because, yes, you go meet out clients there, you need to advise them. You not advise what you don't know.
Sure,
so you
sure.
should at least have a knowledge before you advise them what to do. Yeah.
So if you can say that during your undergrad years, this particular unit was not fun?
Not at all.
So
I didn't enjoy it at all.
But still we have others who really had fun.
Yeah, but to me, cooking and the cultural beliefs that a man should not cook, when you find yourself washing a sufuria, it was just hectic. But again, I came to like it. Because once you are in the system, you have to love the system at the end of the day.
That's
true.
That's true.
And that's the reason I'm here. I passed all through that.
You passed through that.
Yes.
So what is it that you enjoyed in your campus years, in line with your studies of nutrition?
I enjoyed a lot in what we call therapy. Therapy is treatment using food. So we learn about different conditions and manage them using diet.
Food.
Yeah. So for example, diabetes, malnutrition, you learn how to manage them with food. Yeah. So that was very interesting, because in fact that's what I'm practicing now.
And it's fun.
It's fun.
It's really fun with Robert. If you meet him in the clinical setup, he really enjoys these things.
Yeah, so that was really nice. And also, I also found that I also like these other units that are connected to health, like anatomy, physiology, microbiology. I liked them. So I enjoyed, to tell you the truth, the only part that I didn't enjoy is the cooking part. But the rest was okay. Yes.
You finish your studies, you need to go to an internship.
Yes.
Tell us about internship.
Internship is one of the doors to enhancing your career. This is because once you get a good place to do the internship, and you impress them by what you are doing, it gives you an opportunity for them to employ you. But again, being an intern and in our field, it's somehow challenging. It's because our field is not treated like other fields in medical.
Why you say so?
I say so because, like, when you go to doctors, like medical officers, they are paid when they are in their internship. But for our case, we are not paid. So you have to take care of yourself when you are doing the internship. You need to eat, you need housing. So you find that you don't have money.
It's a burden to the
Yeah,
parent.
it's a burden to the parent. So that was the most traumatizing stage
Period.
of internship.
It's 1 year?
Yeah, nowadays it's 1 year, but in our times it could be 3 to 6 months. Nowadays, because of our regulation body, it requires that when you do a degree, you have to go for 1 year. But for a diploma, that's a different story.
Degree is 4 years?
A degree is 4 years in school, then you go for 1 year internship. So those will be 5 years.
What did you love during your internship years?
During my internship years, I interacted with other professionals, and with the interaction, I learned that teamwork is very important. So you can't really manage a patient alone. Yeah, so I loved interacting with them and also learning more, because in school you learn very little. When you come to the field, that's when you really meet the real thing that happens in the field. So you tend to learn more about the conditions, and you will engage with others and understand better. And also that will also make you even be in a position to even go and research further about some conditions that were not covered well in school. So it's an eye-opener period that helps you to make sure you build your career and make you successful in what you do.
You mentioned that you went to nutrition because a friend influenced. When you found yourself in nutrition, and especially during the internship years, did you enjoy it at the end of the day?
I enjoyed it because one thing, I didn't find myself in the kitchen. Yeah, so yeah,
The kitchen is the problem.
The kitchen part was the problem, because I didn't see the need of me going to the kitchen, and there's this notion that nutritionists, it's all about food, and yeah, so
Demystify.
Yes.
You have the platform right now to demystify that thing that nutrition is all about food.
Yeah, it's about food, it's about cooking. No, it's not about that. So nutrition is a science. Yeah, it's a science by which you deal with the process by which food is ingested, digested, then utilizing the body to give you energy, yeah, to protect you from diseases, and also to build up your muscles for good and development.
And especially it focuses on preventive management.
Yeah, in health, nutrition is it's in primary. It's a primary health care. Yeah, meaning that it can be prevented. Yeah, once we focus on the preventive, because nutrition is mostly preventive, then we can prevent a lot of diseases happening because it's primary health care. Yeah, it's like the same way we do the screening of maybe cancers. It's the same way
you screen nutrition. Okay.
Yes.
If you are to talk to yourself in 14 years, 15, when your father was telling you health sciences, if you'll talk to yourself back, or you're talking to a young person who is in school and doesn't know the careers to choose, but if they get a chance to meet you, they might love nutrition, what will you tell them?
Okay. I'll tell them that nutrition is a course that deals with the processes by which food is digested and utilized in our bodies for energy, for growth and development, for repairing. And this course, having knowledge of it, you are going to help the community deal with the conditions that are mainly as a result of poor eating habits. Yeah, so it's managing conditions or diseases using food. Mainly that's what nutrition is all
That's
about.
its focus.
Yes, but it requires a lot of commitment, because you have to read.
You have to
You have to read and read a lot. You have to be good in calculations, because nutrition involves calculation. Because for example, you have a client that needs to lose weight. You need to calculate the amount of energy these clients need to sustain him or herself, at the same time helping her or him lose the weight.
I thought you lose weight by not eating now and eat later.
No. In fact, skipping meals is a recipe for gaining weight. Yeah. Some
Really?
people, yes, some people believe that if I want to lose weight,
You do intermittent fasting.
yeah, I'll fast and maybe take breakfast in the morning, skip the whole day without eating, then take
Eat supper.
supper. Now that will make you gain weight, because what usually happens, our bodies goes into conservation mode. Yeah, our bodies are very clever. If they are supposed to take, maybe let's say in nutrition, energy is called calories. If you are supposed to take 2000 kilocalories, you give your body 1500. Our body is very clever. They just use the 1500 and store
reserve
the other. So what usually happens, if you are skipping meals, your body goes into conservation mode. It knows that I'm not going to be fed, I'm not going to be given anything. So whatever I was given in the morning, I will use sparingly until evening. So at the end of the day, you find your body, yes, you are taking less, but you end up saving. Yeah, because it has been assured you, today I have not been fed, tomorrow I will not be given, the other day I will not be given. So whatever I'm given,
you keep it.
I will use sparingly.
But
So
how come people lose weight when they do that still?
they lose weight in a healthy way, and they have what we call rebound.
Okay.
You have seen in TVs and in major events whereby we have clients who have been selected to lose weight. So they take very little calories and they actually lose weight, but they cannot sustain, because your body has not been used to that. And then after leaving the program, you're not following whatever was being done. So you tend that you have a rebound. Your body will go back to its usual state. So for us to lose weight, it should be a sustainable way of losing weight. Something that you can practice for the rest of your life.
Without issues.
Yes. Yeah. Because when I tell you to take an apple in the morning and tea, then you skip the whole day and take an egg. Can you do that for 5 years? No. But if we plan the amount of food that you are going to eat from morning to evening, something that is realistic, that can work.
Okay, and then again, nutrition given power, it should focus on preventive measures so that we don't find ourselves with so much weight that we have to struggle to lose by doing fasting, isn't it?
True.
Okay, now the student is here, he's gone to school, and apart from the challenge of you didn't like the kitchen, what other challenges is somebody expecting to find when they get to a nutrition class?
The challenges.
Yeah, apart from going to the kitchen, of course, some people will not have issues with cooking, and they will have, maybe they did on science and it was fun.
Yeah.
So they have found themselves in nutrition. What is the challenge you can tell somebody who is wanting to join nutrition to just pay attention to?
Okay. So in the university, there are very many challenges. And I would say the main challenge is not following what the lecturers are saying, because we have courses that need a lot of concentration, like the biochemistry, yeah, the anatomy, the physiology. They need a lot of concentration. So you find that it's not like a course whereby you will have the notes and wait to read just before the exam starts. You have to be on your toes and make sure that you read seriously for you to pass in this course. I have seen many failing, yeah, Yeah, because there was this notion that you can never fail in nutrition. It's just an easy,
Just an easy thing.
Yeah, so I have seen people taking refers. Yeah, we used to refer them as soup.
Do we have people found themselves in nutrition and they said, this is not the place I wanted?
Yeah, I've not seen, but I would imagine there would be if there is no proper career counseling, because we should make sure that we lay platforms in our secondary schools so that before you are in your fourth form, you are enlightened on the careers that are in the market and what to expect. For example, you are taught to do nutrition, but you don't know what nutrition is all about. Yeah, so you need to know if you are in nutrition, these are the this should be your character. These are the courses that you are going to attend. These are the opportunities that are there in nutrition, so that you are prepared.
Actually, what you are saying is true, because right now, whatever I want to pursue next, I already know the course outline. But in Form 4, nobody tells you the course outline of nursing, the course outline of nutrition, so that you can plan yourself. Like, I don't want to do this cookery, food and beverage. I change to physiotherapy, for example. Okay, you finished your training of undergrad, you did your internship, then now you started working, you never got satisfied, you felt you want to go to school again. Tell us about that.
Yeah, before I go to that, there's another challenge that I found in nutrition, and one of them is finding an internship place. Yeah, this is not like whereby the doctors are taken to different hospitals by the government. They do an interview and they are interviewed when they are at schools. So in nutrition, sometimes you find that it's very hard to get internship, and sometimes you have to pay for it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You find that like in our facility, like in Kenyatta National Hospital, you have to pay for you to
be interned.
For you go to for attachment. In fact, attachment. Yeah, I went for my attachment in KNH when I was in that year, and I think I had to pay 5,000 for 3 months. Yeah. So, and in some also government
and
facilities.
It's a government entity, and you are in a training government entity, whereby they should just integrate students.
Yeah. So that's one of the challenges.
Maybe we address the training organizations and the nutrition body is called what?
We have KNDI, Kenya Nutrition and Dietetics Institute.
I think if you are watching and you are in this platform, kindly ensure that you see there is no time a nurse will struggle to where they are going to do internship. There is no time a doctor will struggle. There is no time a pharmacist will struggle. Why should you let nutritionists struggle? Honestly, let's align our training facilities so that we don't have students suffering, and at that time we don't have money. And the parents have sold all the cows they ever had to ensure that people have trained.
True.
I think that's something for the dietitian's body to pursue.
True. They should streamline on that.
Yes. So you finished internship.
Yeah.
You're working. Then you feel you need to go back to school.
Yeah.
And specialize.
Yes.
Let's specialize.
So after 3-4 years of practice, and I felt that I need to add my knowledge in this field so that I can at least specialize. So I went to do my master's in food science and nutrition. So I devoted just a retro to food science because what I did before was nutrition and dietetics. So I wanted to add a bit of science, but there's not much difference between the food nutrition and food science and nutrition. The two are intertwined.
So what is it all about, the food science? What is it all about?
The food science is that you have to have some few other units that are not in in clinical, and try to learn in details about some foods, like some food components. Like for example, ginger. What is in this ginger? What is in this garlic? That has a healing process. Yeah. So you go into the finer details, but there's no much difference. Yeah. So, but I'm still in school. I've not completed. Currently, I'm taking that I'm in the thesis part.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll finish next year and graduate.
So when you're talking about specializing in nutrition, what other areas are there you can specialize in nutrition?
There are many areas that you can specialize. You can do public health nutrition. Yeah. So you can do pediatric nutrition. You can do. You can still
Do clinical.
do clinical nutrition, or you can do community nutrition and be
The community.
yes, be in the
part.
community. Be in the community. So there are so many areas. You can also specialize in some conditions. For example, the renal. You can be a renal dietitian.
Oh, there is that specialty.
Yeah, there is that specialty.
So it's a whole rich
yeah,
field.
you can specialize in cancer.
Okay.
Oncology nutritionist.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Alright.
there are so many fields in the nutrition that one can specialize in.
Maybe it's the body that has not pushed
Yeah,
further,
yeah,
so that we
yeah.
also
The only
know.
problem we have in Kenya is that we don't have many universities who have specialties. You find that for you to do like to be an oncology nutritionist, you have to go to overseas and do a course
Okay,
there.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
we don't have a lot of specialties in Kenya.
Specialist field training
Yes,
institution.
yes, yes.
Where are you doing your specialist from?
I'm doing at JKUAT.
Jomo Kenyatta University. Okay, guys. Anything you like to highlight about the career of nutrition?
In terms of
In terms of the total career, in terms of the career to professionals and to students and to parents and to anybody. Anything you want to highlight when you're talking about nutrition?
nutrition is a very good course. It equips you with knowledge on how to ensure healthy eating is taken care of. And this should start when someone is young, because because what usually happens, many of us know about nutrition when either they're in hospital when
Something has triggered.
something has triggered.
Like all of us know that.
Yeah, so I believe we should let it be understood by everyone, including the primary school kids. We should have various units that focus nutrition, so that by the time as a pupil is finishing the class 8, she or she should know what is nutrition and should start practicing it, because we have so many conditions that can be prevented by use of diet. Yeah.
When you're young.
So like now we have more than 2 million people suffering of diabetes in Kenya.
And it's poor nutrition.
And that can be prevented through diet. A lot of cases of obesity, even in children. Yeah. So I would like parents to really learn more about nutrition, go to hospitals, interact with the nutrition, so that they can be advised on the foods to take at their homes, so that they can also pass that to their children. And this will help us build a healthy Kenya.
Okay. Thank you, Robert. We do this again next week. Thank you, guys. Join us next week as we handle COVID management in terms of nutrition. Subscribe, share, like, and let's do this again next week.